Hey, what's up guys, Bo HD here, and if you live van life, you're an avid camper, or you just want to prepare for the next apocalypse, you're gonna want to seriously consider a battery pack like this. This is the Aukey PowerTitan 300, and it's basically a huge battery pack that will be able to charge all of your mobile devices as well as power just about anything you can plug in via a traditional wall outlet. Inside this small ice chest of a battery pack is 288 watt hours of battery juice, which Aukey says can charge a typical iPhone like 30 times, MacBook Pro 4 times, a drone 5.5 times. It's also able to power a TV for 4.5 hours, a mini fridge for roughly 20 hours, a light for 27 hours. You get the idea. It's not gonna last you for weeks, but it could be great if the power goes out overnight or you're on a long camping trip or something like that. As for the inputs, you get a variable voltage DC barrel input, a USB Type-C port that supports input or output. You have a pair of 110 volt AC outputs, 2 DC outputs in the form of a 12 volt barrel jack, and a car cigarette lighter style charger. There's even a set of 3 USB Type-A ports. I think it's a pretty good selection of ports to accommodate all of your various devices, even if it would have been nice to see more Type-C ports here, since that is the port of the future. What's neat from an aesthetic standpoint is the 4-inch LCD display that shows you how much power you're working with and the current wattage being siphoned off. I almost think that a display of this size is overkill, but having the ability to check exactly how much power is left is super helpful. I hate having those battery packs that just indicate their capacity rating via little LED lights. This display is definitely way more effective. Now, one thing that Aukey advertises, and I wasn't able to test in my usage, was its ability to be charged from empty to full in about 5 hours with a solar panel, which could make this the ultimate battery pack for van life or off-grid traveling. What I was able to test though was the ability to charge it up with my car charger, which takes a bit longer than a 100 watt solar panel, but it still gets the job done and is still very much handy because I'm gonna most likely have this with me on every sort of camping trip that I take. Another important detail that you should probably know about if you plan on using it for camping or traveling is that it is less than 10 pounds. So it is very large, relatively speaking, compared to the traditional, pocket-sized battery pack, but it's not super heavy. And Aukey does make it a little bit easier to carry around because they've added this handle that's built into the top. It's pretty solid, and it's just gonna make things easier for when you're carrying this around with you on the go. Another perk that is a little bit more technical is that the PowerTitan, it features support for pure sine wave AC, which provides basically a steady, continuous wave of power that's required to run certain devices. So it's kind of just like the cherry on top that'll help this battery pack run devices better. Now, the last detail that you need to know about is, of course, the price. Now, I will say batteries are not cheap, and this isn't particularly cheap either. It's gonna cost you around $250. But I've seen deals online that can bring this price down to about $200. And if you compare that price to other brands like Anker and Yeti, the PowerTitan is going to be actually considerably less expensive because those brands, they just carry a little bit more of a premium. And I will say, if you consider its capabilities and if you broke the size of this battery down into like smaller portable battery packs, you're probably going to end up spending about the same price as this all-in-one battery station, if that makes sense. And when the power goes out at home or you're out in the boonies and you run out of power, the ability to charge up your devices, it really becomes priceless. So I really do think you could justify the price of a big battery pack like this, like the Aukey PowerTitan 300. So yeah, I'll go ahead and place a link in the description if you're interested in learning more about this thing or you want to pick one up for yourself. And I'll place like the best deal I can find for this particular model in the description as well. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section. As always, guys, I'm Bo HD from Slash.tv. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.